Hello everyone, Arctic Kun here and welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Well, if you ask me how I am, I'm great. I had my university exams and that is over, and the best thing that has happened this week is, yes, the release of the third season of Tokyo Ghouls. So before I start with my first impressions of the episode, I'd like to say a few things. First of all, sorry for uploading this late. I had my university exams and that consumed most of my time. And secondly, one of the most important things that I need to mention is I did not read the manga. Yes, I didn't. And it's because I just wanted to go with the flow of the anime. I don't read manga at all, to be honest, of any anime. But I did wanted to read the manga because the story changes in the second season of anime and everyone is like, yeah, they're fucked up. But still I would like to go with the flow of the anime. But in future, I will definitely check the manga out. So for people who is like me, who just follows the anime, this is probably the best video for you. Now, as people may say, in the title of the video it's mentioned how anime changed my life. So let's get into that a bit, and I'm sure many people can relate to it. The anime which changed my life is, yes, Tokyo Ghouls. The anime is very close to my heart and my review might be a bit biased, but I'll try my best to be bitterly honest, and I'll also include what other people's opinions are regarding it. Let's get started. So let's get back to 2014, a very crucial year of my life because I had a very important national level examinations to attend. And 2014 should have been a year where I study my ass off, but due to certain reasons I was emotionally fucked up completely. I didn't study. I did stupid shit and it was overall horrible. So what happened is, I was having some relationship issues. I'm not gonna mention them, but just imagine a guy going through a lot of shit, emotional shit. And that affected my studies very badly. I simply couldn't study all day, every day. I had these negative thoughts in my head which simply ate me up. And my behavior changed as well. I used to get angry very easily and I often had fights with the family members, and I also couldn't study properly. So my parents were like, "Ugh." The only time I was with my friends was when I felt good. But I used to complain about everything so much that I'm sure my friends hated me. All day I used to talk about that thing, all day, and I did many stupid things. Thanks to my friends who listened to me that time and also accompanied me in those stupid shits. If you people are watching this video, thanks to you all for being with me and tolerating my cringy ass during that time. Huge thanks. Now fast forwarding to October 2014, I slowly recovered, not completely but I did. And then suddenly out of nowhere this new girl came in my life. She made me feel good. That helped me recover, to be honest. But, well, the good times continued till the end of November when the bomb dropped. I'm not gonna mention what happened again, but I was pretty much used. And that completely broke me down. I saw no hope in anything. Back to back in a single year, so much shit's happened. I was stuck. I didn't know what to do, how to feel, and I was completely stuck in this fate of sadness. It's really hard to say how I felt during that time, and the feeling of being used is horrible. And my exams were knocking at my door and I was completely fucked. Mentally, emotionally, even physically, because it does affect you. So 2014 was truly a rough year for me, and then one of my friends said, "Hey, watch this anime." And I was not a fan of anime before that, so I used to brush him off like, "Nah man, I'm not interested in watching." But then he said, "Hey, you can relate to it, you will never feel like loving anyone again." And I was like, okay, let's check it out then. And that anime was Tokyo Ghouls. Now the reason he said that was because of Rize attacking Kaneki thing, which is stupid. I didn't get that mentality that I will never love anyone again. No, that's not the case, but what made me change is Kaneki. This boy went through so much of shit. He just wanted love from Rize, but his life completely changed in the worst possible way. Kaneki is truly one of the most tragic characters I've seen. I could relate to him. I also felt that my problems are so stupid and lame, whereas look at this guy, he's suffering so much. Finally, what brought a change in me was the last episode. White flowers turning red, Kaneki accepting Rize in his mind, deciding to ignore the beliefs he had and change himself is what changed me. I felt the same. I had to change myself. I cannot remain in this shithole forever, blaming fate for my problems. I need to stand up, face my problems, solve it. go with the flow notion, which I had actually completely changed. Only dead fishes go with the flow. There is a dialogue in the anime that once problems arise from one's own inability to solve it, and I started believing it. In the last moment, whatever I studied fetched me good marks in my exams. It wasn't satisfactory for me. In a general sense, it was good marks. And 2015 was probably one of the best years of my life. And yes, it's all thanks to Tokyo Ghouls. So, the story starts with a character called Yuri traveling in a taxi, and it doesn't start from where Route A ended. And this confused many people, and slowly we are introduced to another character named Shirazu. Yuri and Shirazu fight the taxi driver who is a ghoul, and we get to see that Yuri and Shirazu are half human, half ghouls working for the CCG. This is the Quink squad, and its leader is Heisei Sasaki. Now, who is Heisei, you ask? Come on people, it should be clear that it's Kaneki. Just look at the hair color and eye color. Now if we go to Route A ending, then obviously Arima didn't let Kaneki just walk by, and we all can understand that. So something must have happened that let Kaneki turn into Heisei, and now he's working for CCG. So the basic thing that comes to our mind is something really huge happened that let Kaneki forget his previous self, and he's Heisei now. Also, he has a portion of his hair turned black, so that's the thing to notice. And people who are having the theory that Kaneki died, no. Now come on, main characters don't die. No matter what the case is, main characters don't die. Let's just accept that. So, we see Heisei using a sword Quinkin to fight, and in my opinion, I think it's pretty cool. Kinda gives a ninja vibe to it, I don't know, I just feel that way. And the sword also has eyes on it, so I feel it's a pretty cool design. Now, according to the story, Yuri and Shirazu are investigating a ghoul named Torso. We are introduced to some old characters as well, such as Akira, then that priest who raised Amon, I just forgot his name. There was also focus on some other characters. I remember they fighting the Black Dober, and then Kaneki also fought them, two people, I just forgot the name, it was shown in the meeting, yeah. And slowly we see there is focus on Yuri and Shirazu's character in the first episode, and we learn that Yuri is the kind of guy who doesn't really work well with the group. He's ambitious, he's focused on getting promotion, wants to take all the credit for himself and surpass Heisei as well. And Shirazu, on the other hand, doesn't really care much, doesn't even wear his uniform. The goofy one of the group, also a very easygoing guy, and something that I want to mention is, he's quite stupid because he gets so easily manipulated by Yuri to not follow Heisei's orders. We are introduced to another character of the Quink squad, that is Mutsuki, who kinda reminds me of old Kaneki. You know, he was wearing that eye patch thing, he cannot use his Kagune, is the quiet and shy type of the group, and he also kind of, you know, bonds well with Heisei. Now, to be honest, I'm confused with Mutsuki's gender. I thought him to be a boy because I think he sounded like one, but then my friend said, nah, she's a girl, and I'm like, what? So, I just don't know, I'm just gonna consider her a trap. Then comes a fight scene with Torso versus Shirazu and Yuri, and by the looks of it, they are pretty shit at fighting. And suddenly out of nowhere comes a new ghoul, the Serpent, who just kicks everyone's ass off. And then comes Heisei to the rescue, but he kind of failed too. Serpent is quite powerful. And then comes the favorite part of the episode. Heisei suddenly hears a voice in his head of old Kaneki calling him out, saying Heisei to accept him and the old powers he possessed, just like Rise used to do, which Heisei completely refuses, and he opens his coat and lets his Kagune out, and before fighting, as usual, cracks his finger, and this scene is the favorite of mine in the episode. So now coming to what my opinions are of the entire episode, well, first let's start with the opening song. It was good. It was really good, 10 times better than the opening of Route A, but did it beat Unravel? No, hell no. Unravel is still the signature of Tokyo Ghouls and possibly one of the best ever opening songs. Now coming to animation and how the characters look, well, the characters look extremely good, so good job there, they deserve a thumbs up. and the animation looks really aesthetic. I loved it. Soundtracks are good enough. Tokyo Ghouls have always used good soundtracks, so thumbs up there as well. And what I didn't like about the episode is the fight scene. Like, damn, they look really bad. I just didn't like it. It's kind of, there's no flow in the fight. It just looked weird to me. Remember the fight scene between Ayato and Kaneki in the first episode of Route A? That was fucking awesome. Like, I still remember it, but nah. The fights are extremely bad. So I asked others for their opinion regarding the first episode, and here are a few comments, so let's just read them out. So the first comment is made by KYXUS. How the fuck do you even say that? Anyways, I disliked the Tokyo Ghoul Season 3 OP. Yes, the animation was nice, smoother than the last two original ones. True, the art has greatly improved. True, then again it feels sort of rushed. Tokyo Ghoul usually doesn't pick up speed this fast. Well, yeah, kinda true, I have to admit to that. The second comment is done by Eric from Albania. He says, the first episode of Tokyo Ghoul Re was like the first episode of every anime, introducing main characters and etc. The opening was good, even though it can't be compared to the first opening. Absolutely, Unravel is the best. The animation was great. Looking forward to know how the plot develops. Okay, that's a good comment. The third comment is done by Jeet from India. He says that I didn't like the opening of S3. No one liked it. And the first EP was kind of okayish, not that great. Yeah, we had lots of expectations from the first episode, but we shouldn't do that, obviously, because, you know, most people who watched the anime actually thought that it's gonna start from the ending of Route A. There's gonna be a fight between Kaneki and Arima, but that didn't take place, so that kind of disappointed many people. Moving on. So, the fourth comment is made by Tomko of India. Okay, and first episode of S3 is good, but not so great as I expected. Drawing, animation overall is good, but it's confusing at some points. Transformation of Kaneki into Sasaki. Well, yes, that's true, because there are some people who thinks that Kaneki died and Heise had this organ transplantation from Kaneki, so he's getting flashbacks of Kaneki, like what happened in season 1. So many people thought that way, but that's not the case. Heise is Kaneki. Let's just accept that and move on with the new episodes. So overall, what score will I give it? A 7 out of 10. And for the prediction of the second episode, I think, judging by the eye color, voice and Kagune, the serpent is Nishiki Kun. So if I am correct, what do I deserve? Ah, well, never mind. And that wraps up the video. So what did we learn today? Number 1, be like Kaneki. Never give up on life, no matter how hard it gets. And second of all,
Tokyo Ghoul is fucking awesome! Like the video if you love Tokyo Ghouls and enjoyed the video, and hit the subscribe button, cause why not? Be a part of the Frozen Army and the Ice Kingdom. Scientific study says that if you subscribe to this channel, then it'll instantly make you 10 times more cooler, smarter and more awesome than your friends. Go try it out. And hit that notification bell to get notified about future videos. Stay awesome and be ice cool. Peace.
see?